Hola, Señor Macas. I greet you in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Hi. So this is testimony part 4. So where I last left off my testimony was obviously after the Prince's Trust situation, where after I visited there, they one of the members who I met before in the previous course I did with the Prince's Trust, threw water over me 3 times, and they had to escort me off the building because they were going to try and beat the shit out of me for no apparent reason, because it's a rough area, Tottenham, it's a very rough area. So after I left there, I went back to the Paradise Homes, which is where I was staying until I got my new flat. And I stayed there I was there for 9 months. Got my place very quickly. I got it really quick because there was a Jehovah's Witness lady what was living there, and she taught me about, the New Testament scriptures from the Bible. And sorry, let me have a sip of my drink. Good. And that's how she gave me the Watchtower book and the Bible, and I used to read it, and it kind of got me through the 9 months I was at the Paradise Homes, which is like a hostel. It's more or less hostel. And after I got the place, I stayed with my mum for a few weeks, and then she kicked me out, and then I moved where I am here now. And then when I first moved here, it was a bit rough because I've never been on my own, and I didn't talk to my mum for quite a long time when I first moved here, because she kicked me out of my place, living with her, which at the time I was really extremely angry at her that she kicked me out of my home. I didn't want to move home, but now having my independence and not staying, like most parents, staying at your parents' house is not independent. You need to fly your wings and be in a different environment. And so since I've been here now, how long have I been living at this address? I've been living here for 20 years, 2 decades I've been here now. I would love for God to move me at some point once he's finished off whatever he wants to finish with me, which I can't reveal right now. So yeah, so when I moved here, when I started moving here, I started dabbling with a couple of stuff that wasn't, before I was a Christian, I shouldn't have dabbled with. When I got here, I stopped reading the Watchtower books, reading the New Translation books. I stopped even reading the books when I got here, when I first moved here in 2004. And after that, before I met Jesus, I was into liked adult movies. I liked the divinations, I liked horoscopes, I liked the magic circle, all the divination, tarot cards. I said this in one of my part 1. I think it's either part 16, Mark update part 16 or 17, where I talked about what I was dabbling with, the spirit world, new age stuff, and tarot cards and stuff like that, and also movies and stuff like that. That's what I was into, all that rubbish, And then what happened then? During that time, I started going to college. I went to a college called Cornell in Tottenham, where I studied performing arts, how to sing, act, and all that stuff. And what else was I doing there? I did cooking, learned how to cook, sitting girls. I did cooking there. I did I did a lot of stuff. I did cooking, I did videoing, I did performing arts, and then I also went to another college in Camden Town called the Working Men's College, where I did acting and singing as well. I did it there as well, and yeah, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that, and that gave me a hunger to be a professional actor and singer and stuff like that. That's what I wanted to do before before I met Jesus Christ. So I did that, and then I did the performing arts for 2 years, and that one for about 12 weeks. And then in 2000 and that was between 2005 and to 2006. 2006 is also the year where I started losing the weight. I started go to a gym down my area. It was called Virgin Mega Store, Virgin Fitness Place. So I did that for 12. I was there for a year, learning to lose weight and burning off the weight and stuff like that. And then I learned how to dance there because there was a lovely dance teacher called Alison who taught me how to dance when I was there. So I met her when I was in there, and I was very popular there too as well, because a lot of people knew that there was someone who was into this is before. And yeah, I was very popular there. And then after I had the year after, my mum was going to take off the Virgin off me, because she was the one that was paying for me to go there to this gym to lose the weight and everything. This was in 2006, sorry. And during that time, after I was leaving, I had the Sky, the Sky movies, and I was flicking through the channels, flicking, and I came across some godly stuff online. I thought, oh, this is quite interesting, and I was watching all these teachings, and it said to myself, this is something about Jesus Christ. I thought, oh, this sounds interesting. So this is the year 2007 where I first became a Christian, and where it was the rise and fall of my Christian walk in churches. So 2007, I was looking for a church. I went to this church called Dominion, which was just down Wood Green, and I was going there, and the moment I went there, I remember exactly what I was wearing when I first went there. I had these amulets on my neck because I had these trinkets from this New Age, from the divination and tarot cards. I had about 9 spirits on my neck. Was dressed very scruffy at that time as well, because I didn't look really scruffy. Sat there, and the pastor was talking about divination and tarot cards. I thought, oh, does he know about my situation? And I said to God when I was in there, I said, Jesus, if this doesn't work out for me, I'm leaving this, and I'm going back to my tarot cards, and I'm going back to my movies. So after service, this girl said, oh, do you want to go up there? I said, no, I don't want to go up there. Well, okay, then you just want to go behind there. I said, okay, and I went down there. So went in there, sat there, and got in the room, and then they said, do you want to give your life to Christ? So they took me by my hand. I said yes, and I said, they took me by my hand, and they started praying for me. And as they started praying for me, I started weeping. I started weeping. I cried like a baby when I first encountered Jesus Christ properly in the church. After that, they gave me a book, and then I started going there. Second week, I was a bit happy, a little bit, because I came the week before and I was happy. By the third week, I was more happy. I was dancing this time. The fourth week, I was dancing. And I think during that time, the fourth week, I was attending this church in Wood Green called Dominion. Dominion Centre it was called. And the 4th week I was there, I felt the amulets that I had on my neck, which was like trinkets, amulets, they started to react on me. That's how it was when I felt when they were losing its power of grip over me. So after service, when I went home, I took the amulets and I threw them in the bin. Then the week after, the pastor was saying to us in the church, what is in your house? What is in your house? So, well, I know I've got the divination tarot cards and the amulets in my house and the trinkets and the adult videos. And I said to myself, well, after service, I'm going to go into my house and I'm going to get rid of that. And that's what I did. I got my bin bag, put the trinkets in there, put the movies, the adult movies in there, took all my spiritual new age stuff, tarot cards, angel cards, threw them in the bin, oils, everything. It was a month I was in the church now, so people are starting to notice there's a new person in the church who is I started getting popular because obviously I'm new to the faith and I'm progressing very rapidly in the church. So there's some guys in there called, some other guys, the youth guys were saying, do you want to play football with us? We've got football, if you want to play football. I said, okay. I went there because I'm not really into my sports, but I thought because it's a Christian church, they're going to be more supportive of someone who's not really good at sports. So I went there a few times, and then for some reason there was a particular guy who I just didn't, my spirit didn't agree with him or the brethren in that football team, and I kind of didn't like him because there was something really off about him, and my spirit didn't agree with him for some reason. So he noticed that, and then I think when we was trying to there was something, what happened? What was it now? He started saying horrible stuff to the other guys about me because he knew I didn't like him and he didn't like me. And then they started isolating me from the football. They didn't want me to play football with them anymore, even though I was bringing their own water. I was coming there, I was trying to do really well at the sports, but he had turned them against me. So then I was pushed out of the football, and then after that, it was really rough. And then there was a men's group where men's have prayers, the men's meeting, and I was quite popular there. And then they started to push me out of that as well. So I was like, I'm getting pushed out of this, I'm getting pushed out of the football. And then there was like a youth meeting, and obviously I was very quiet because I was new to hearing about people's relationships and stuff like that, and I'd never really gone to anything like that before. So yeah, it was, hold on a second, hold on.